couple of years.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing experience. You know, constantly trying to grow, man. I'm still new to this thing, man.
For popping, I started when I was 18, so I think I've been dancing like 6 years for popping, and maybe same for liquid.
Yeah. Well, what made you go into it in the first place?
For the popping, when I started, first I saw like robot dance stuff.
Robot, yeah?
Yeah, robot, like Michael Jackson.
Oh, the old school.
Yeah.
But where did you see this? Was it in Japan?
In Australia, when I was just searching random music videos and stuff. Yeah, then I saw the movie, the breaking movie, you know, from 80s. I saw that, and I saw like Poppin Taco and Blue Shrink and stuff, so I went into more like a waving and robotics.
You know what drew me to this dance, yeah? Funny enough was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson drew me to this dance because everyone knows his bait moves, like the kick and the stuff, yeah? But it was his 1995 performance when he was doing this and he did like a sort of animated robotic walk, and I liked that, man. And he was doing like robot and stuff, and I was like, where did he learn that from? Then I viewed the comments on YouTube. I kept on seeing Poppin Taco and Shrimp, kept on seeing those names. I searched for them, watched some videos of them, bought breaking. My life changed, man. That's when I knew I wanted to do this thing.
As for liquid, I think first video I saw was LPC Cruise, like LPC Eric. He was doing like liquid stuff in front of the arcade, like really old liquid dance videos and file sharing stuff.
When I first saw waving, like I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was waving, but when I first saw it, it just looked so trippy. And the first time I saw it was when I was in high school, and I saw that Limp Bizkit video, that rolling, 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 and yeah, the old school video. And I was like, I saw him do some body waves, and I was like, whoa, man, this is crazy. This is like it's boneless or something. And from then on, I didn't have YouTube back then. And from then on, this guy at high school taught me it. So every day I was pestering him and asking him, like, show me the wave, and he kept on showing me the basic wave, and that's it, that's when I first saw it.
Do you think cartoon inspired the dance?
No. Do you?
I don't know, man. They say that it does. Some characters, like the Bugs Bunny Titan cartoon inspired Titan.
It's like, it was inspiration in the 70s maybe, but I don't think not many people are getting ideas.
Yeah. What inspired you to get into the scene at the beginning?
I was b-boy first. Like when I started breakdancing, like in the beginning, it was like you know, you remember music video like Big Funk MCs, like freestyle?
Oh yeah.
That was the first, like I saw like little waving in there, like breaking this, like I started breakdancing, but then when I was watching like breakdance movies, like the breaking and also like wire styles and stuff, they also have lots of popping in there, so I was kind of getting into the popping. Yeah, so I was into same as Bilal, you know, like animation style, like Blue Shrink and Poppin Taco was like the first inspiration.
But to be honest, my journey was interesting. I like to like popping around the time like 2008, and at that time I was at university. I'd already moved out of London at that time, and I was living in Surrey for like a couple of months. And then I went to university in Wales, and all I had access to was YouTube and a few internet sites that were giving popping tutorials. And during my days at university for 3 years, I had such a slow progression, and I think that was because I didn't have people teaching me the foundations. I was just watching videos and trying to copy the moves, not knowing like what got those people to that level sort of thing. So eventually I finished and I came back to London. One of my good friends introduced me to a popper who was into the scene, and this guy told me to go to Trocadero. When I went to Trocadero, that's where I basically met like everyone in the scene in London. And yeah, man. I mean, from then on, like I started learning. I mean, people were so nice. You know? I went to a couple of events as well, like Just Stay Group, People Champs. I met more people. I just spoke to them, and they started teaching me and giving me loads of information. You know, I think the main foundations really are the robot. I think having a good, solid robot is very important. I've been told that by so many experienced dancers. Talk about the old school 70s robot, man. Even people like Boogie Sam, they all had good robots, man. All of the OGs, everyone had a good robot. So yeah, I think robot is a very important foundation.
Do you think the scene's different compared to here, to Japan, and like where you've been, Australia, even around the world, a few places? Do you think the dance has changed place to place?
Australia wasn't that big on dancing when I was there. I think it's getting better. I was living in Cairns anyway, so there was no many dances there. But I think places like Melbourne and Sydney, there are local dances, I think. As for Japan, I wasn't really involved in popping scene in Japan. I wasn't really liking it. It's not like this or anything like that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, so...
What do you think is the most influential place you've been to?
Yeah, as for dancing, when I went to Baltimore in the state, like East Coast areas, like, there are lots of liquid dancers there, so like I've been to liquid, so it's fun experience for me.
Yeah.
Waves, I didn't know what popping was. For me, it was always waving, and when I saw animation, I knew that style was called animation, like how Taco does animation. But luckily enough, I went to some classes. I saw some guys, James painting. I went to his classes a few times, and he showed me like waves, his body waves, and from then on, I kind of like got down with some wavings, clean waving, because there's so much different ways of waving, you know. Like Kevin himself does liquid style. It's like when I met him, it's like I learned a whole different catalog of waving, which just like adds to my book of animated waves. Because I do animation waves, he does liquid, and liquid just like blows popping style of waving out the water.
It does add an extra dimension to waving, I must admit.
So, you think there's how many styles of waving is in a waving?
How many styles of waving?
Like sub-styles?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the feeling, because like I love like the stiff animated style waving.
What got you into liquid, man?
Liquid, actually, yeah, when I was searching like waving, there was like only 3 clips of waving back in the days before YouTube, I think. Like, there was one with Mr. Wiggles that I was talking about before, and there was like David Houseway.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was like some performance music, right? It was like liquid dancing, was the liquid pop Eric from LPC crew.
Liquid
Okay.
Eric, yeah. Yes. I remember seeing that. It's like a black background, isn't it? Something.
Like
yeah.
front of arcade.
Wow. Yeah.
It was like one of the only waving clips for YouTube. Other than that, there was like only breaking and also some of stuff. Like Japanese poppers, they're all doing it with like big suits, so I wasn't really into it. So that got me into it, liquid, you know. So I googled about liquid and like I found out about LPCs, you know, like they have an instructional video.
Yeah.
It was like released in 2001 originally. So I looked up on that and I saw. Then later I found about YouTube and people, there was like new people started doing liquid as well. So they were like all into the one website called Lais. So I post a clip there and like other people helped me out. Yeah, Lais was like one of the only site with liquid information until recently, you know, and many dope dancers was there just there to help me and stuff. So shout out to them.
Right.
I think like now we're so lucky to have this information, like with Facebook, YouTube, we could get in contact with some of the guys you used to look up to, and you could easily contact them and learn from them. But you know, it's always hard to reach out to people sometimes, but just going forward, you know, just jamming, just loving, waving at the moment. I feel like, for me, it's like the illusional part of popping. I love it. It's just illusion. I love illusion.
It was the illusion that only thing that drove into popping, to be honest. I wasn't really into pop. Popping. I was more into robot.
The trippy feel, yeah. Like, you know, it looks a bit messed up, and you think, well, what's that, man?
What advice would you give to people who want to start or starting up in the scene, and maybe they have a particular interest in a segment, like for obvious reasons, like waving?
Waving, strutting, yeah. Strutting up, I think.
Just do what you like and really good at, be really good at it. You know? So you just.
How can you
do a little foundation as well? You know, you have to learn it sometime, but if you do your style that you really like and you become really good at it, it's kind of become your own foundation as well. So
I think I would advise anyone to understand the foundations. Yeah, like you said, just understand the foundations and just keep to the basics. You know, once you get the basics, then slowly add your own flavor to it. Like, you know, the only thing I knew for a long time was the basic arm wave, and I just learned the basic arm wave for a long time. But there's just ways you could do it to have different effects. You know, for example, you know, right now I'm always learning, but right now I'm learning time. And Kevin showed me some nice tuts, and I'm just practicing them. You know, I'm always recording myself, the basic tuts, the king tuts positions, but you know, sometimes I still have the duck hands. You know. Yeah,
man. Get rid of those ducks, man.
Yeah, you don't want to have ducks, man.
Never duck.
What do you think is a negative from like all the YouTube videos that one could pick up? You know, like we all have this YouTube generation, we're all from this generation. What do you think are the downfalls of it, and not seeking out knowledge from, well, basically people?
Well, I think it's obvious really. It's when you watch a clip on YouTube, you do not know the journey that dancer has gone through to get to the point that he's showing in the video. All you're seeing is the moves, but every move, everything he's doing has foundation. He's got drills, he's trained that, he's drilled that. You need to seek that organic information, you know? And like, I think that would help you improve. I think that's what the flaw is, man. A lot of dancers say that today. We've got a lot of copycats. Really try and seek out the right information, learn from the OGs or experienced dancers. Get out, man. Go out, get out of your room
Yeah.
on YouTube, yeah. Go to the flipping events, train with people. Train with people, man. Not just 1, 2 people, everyone, as many people as you can, experienced dancers. Believe me, you'll grow. Always be humble and hungry as well.